Hello, this is Vapor Dragon here, and we're going to do another installment of my comics. From reading the comments of the last video, I've seen that you guys want me to slow down so you can be able to read the comics. So, I'm guessing you won't be able to read the last video's comics, so I'm going to start over with the comics so you guys are able to read them. So, let's just begin. We have all the characters, which I've neatly drawn. Okay, so we're going to start over. We're going to start here. So we have that. Doof, explosion of eggs. Then we have random file talking about freaking out. It's like, oh my gosh. And then we have the bathroom, like, fire exploding out of it, them running around, running. They meet, no, one of the next main characters, which is Kate. They decide to team up after Dragon completely singes the rug and we're standing. They get freaked out. They decide to team up, and they team up, come back to where they were, and then they seem to find another boy named Shetty. They all run out, and they find another dude. They're like, so they run into a room and get surrounded by two eggs. They both hatch, and they all get bit. They all like, oh my gosh, lightning and stuff come out. They run back to the rug, run out, run. They get ambushed by all three of them at once. Then they run out the door, and the door is completely destroyed. And they keep walking. And that's the end of the first part, that's the end of that one. So then, they are talking, they decide to keep walking, they take a rest. All of them, they can that. And they seem to go up a hill, which is to the go up for Elder kind of sign. At school, the dragons are talking how about to destroy them, basically. That you can destroy them. And they found the Adder's Den, walk through a very long stagmine-infested cave, and then get to a door. Open the door. Found the Grand Elder in dragon form. You can see why it's dragon form later, way later in the comics. They start talking to him, and they leave the cave, go back to go a different route, and they end up Morlocks, and they have a conversation, and then the end. And then they have a place, this is part, if you read, they're all going on a quest to Mount Ash to get something for the dragon. And of course, this is Mount Ash, giant stagmine-looking mountain that's very, very, very dangerous. And they finally reach the bottom. That's what it looks like. It's a giant mountain with smash coming out. They walk in, the ash and smoke gets thicker and thicker. And then they end up to a lava room where they have to basically jump on a giant circles of rock and, yeah, get across. They get across. And then he makes an awesome parkour jump, jumps this cracking platform, jumps back in the nick of time, cracking problems, and then a whole bunch of lava pillars come out of nowhere and like explode right where he was standing, and then fireballs keep just shooting out, and then when you get to that, the tops of the mountain blow off and just fireballs coming out and smoke hissing out. So then they run away back to Granda's house, give him the flower. They have a long conversation that oddly enough doesn't last that long in panel, but yeah, it does last a little longer than you have the continue. Then it goes on to here. find more rocks. Oddly enough, they're just finding so many rocks. Then they find a random whale shooting at them. It's like 20 miles per hour. He grabs it, starts reading it. And then they're like, he's like, let's go. And I'm like, what? Why are we going? And then they have a conversation about this place, into it, and it's like a beeping off to the mansion. Yeah, before there's no trees, nothing. Into here, there's just luscious trees and everything. And then you find the assassin who sent him the message. And then you find out in the quest needed to get some of the assassin's blood. And then he's suspicious, and they tell him the plan. And then he can't. Then they tell him he can't let him do that. And then you find out that the assassin comes to attack them. Whole bunch of dialogue, if you can read this. And then you find out that this little son coming out of nowhere and say, "Don't do that, father." And they're like, "What is your father? Oh my gosh, he's trying to kill us. Why is he your father? Oh my gosh." And then they, oddly enough, find random rocks sitting there that weren't there before. So obviously there are teleporting rocks in this panel. And then the dragons ask for some alone time with Kay, and then they have a conversation. Then Shay decides to join them, and that's where you get the main character. And this is where I think I'm going to, after this, I think I'm going to stop right here. Then you have them walking, and find a suspicious store. I mean, it's in the middle of beeping nowhere. It's a suspicious store. I think everyone here is suspicious. Suspicious. Yep, it's suspicious. In the shop, there's certain items, and then they all seem to buy something. I mean, come on. It's kind of obvious what they buy. Kind of obvious. If you're not, you're an idiot. So he got this certain like bag thing, kind of like jar of like stuff. Yeah, he tells him stuff. And then he's like, they tell him, and then they like open it, and there's a message here. It's from the assassin who has his blood in it, which is oddly enough, he said he was a hypocrite. He said he wasn't going to give it to him, but he gave it to him anyway. What a hypocrite. Then you have the 2 hours walking later, little panel. Walking, complaining. And then it gets suspicious. Fireballs come out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, fireballs come out of nowhere. I feel like are they gonna survive? Yeah, they're gonna survive. They're gonna be like beep and survive. And then you have like they're all freaking out like, oh my gosh. And then you have an explosion. And you're like, what just happened? Why did they explode? And then you see this giant floating like crystal looking thing. Closely examined, it's another egg. This is not. He's like, oh my gosh, it might be another dragon. What? They're coming close to it. Well, if you think it's a dragon, you're wrong. Dun. It's the fairy. The fairy comes into play here. They're like, whoa, it's so amazing, bro. That's so amazing. And then the fairy starts talking. Yeah. They start to insult the fairy. Fairy gets pissed off. And, like, yeah, seems to not like certain people. Yeah. It's always placing hatred on certain people. Wow, that fairy's quick to place blames and like hatred and stuff like that. See, the fairy dislikes girls. The fairy dislikes girls. What a hilarious twist. The fairy, who we think all girls love, you think fairies just love girls? This fairy hates girls. It's such a plot twist. Ah, yeah, plot twist. Yeah. You have that, then you have the to be continued sign. Yeah. Yep. This will be conclude my comic series. So, no, not conclude, but this will conclude this installment of my comic series. And just be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and this has been Vapor Dragon. See you later.